Kenny the Jet Smith is here and
cold. And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
It's almost like a field goal kicker missing after all the hard work is put in. It's just a frustrating way to go down.
And before the action gets going here, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Eric Spoelstra. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, he said defensively.
Thanks, David. And in the early part of the season, a lot of players, Chris, are just trying to get into the rhythm of the season. When did you feel like the NBA season truly was in full swing for you?
For me, it had to be in full swing day one. I had to be ready because I was playing against the best at my position, and I wanted to establish myself as the best at my position. And so that's why I think that I tried to have an advantage over other players. Where guys were trying to get a rhythm, I made sure that I used the preseason for that because I wanted to come into the beginning of the season gangbusters, knowing you're going to have your ups and downs during the season, but this is not something where you can just warm your way up into the season. You better come out ready to go, or you're going to be trying to find your rhythm all year long.
That's a good message all players should hear. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Zach LaVine is out there with Grant, and it's Pondexter in at the 3 spot. Markkanen can't get it to go. Dragic against Grant. Feeds it to Waiters. Whiteside, a screen on LaVine. Waiters no luck. Miami on defense. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did in that one.
Oh, yeah. Once they started hitting, it was like an avalanche, even as the defense extended farther and farther out.
Bulls shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throw. And Markkanen is a perfect candidate for that stretch 4. Outstanding at pulling the trigger from deep and not afraid to go inside and bang with the other bigs.
Lopez dishes to Markkanen. And the shot falls short this time.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Offensive rebound. Waiters off on the layup.
You can see that he definitely takes rebounding seriously, and his size really helps him come down with plenty of those tough boards.
Lopez, no up.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Whiteside kicks to Johnson. Misses the 3. The Bulls have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
And probably the one constant of this Miami team the last few years has been their defense. They do a great job of making life difficult for opposing shooters, and it's been anchored by one of the best shot blockers in the game with Whiteside. Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter, and you got to come check him.
Lopez kicks to Pondexter. For 3, LaVine. Rebound by the Heat. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up, and of course that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret, I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
Dragic against Grant. Dragic kicks to Mickey. Johnson outside. The dish to Whiteside. Clock at 6. Over Lopez. And that one hits back iron.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Grant the pass to Markkanen. Nailed from 3-point land. Markkanen's got 5 points so far.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm. And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Here's Grant. No good on the three. For Miami, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Scooped up. Here's Whiteside. And another shot. And he lays it up and in. Whiteside's got his first basket.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Jordan Mickey. Winslow comes in for Johnson. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Waiters. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Felicio's checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Markkanen. Mirotic is checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Jaren Grant. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Holiday inside the line. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Kicks it to Whiteside. Dishes to Olynyk. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Pass to Johnson. Screen by Olynyk. Johnson dishes to Olynyk. Winslow kicks to Olynyk. Johnson, a wide open look. Again, Johnson missing.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
Now, here is Mirotic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And stolen by Whiteside. And it's the Heat on the break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
Bulls trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Mirotic kicks to Portis. For 3. It's not going to go for him. Johnson. That shot missing. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Heat lead by 3. Let's stay. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the 2nd quarter. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Aggressive rebounding in that 1st quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Well, it does a couple of things. It gives you more opportunities, but it also sets a tone. They're the more physical, the more dominant team right now.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Portis is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Felicio in at 7. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. The shot by Ellington, no good. Bulls trail by 7. Levine kicks to Mirotic. Shoots over Winslow. They get it back. Here's Portis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Bulls shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Chris, you certainly played with some colorful characters during your career. Which players do you think are the biggest personalities now in the NBA?
Wow, I mean, when you think about the biggest personalities now, I mean, I think about a guy like Westbrook that's so soft-spoken, but his game is so loud that, you know, you have to take notice. Draymond Green, I think he's always been a guy that has never shied away from a microphone or the limelight. He's another guy that comes to mind. And so, and I think, you know, you always have to look at LeBron just because he garners so much attention, just because what he does is always going to be headline news, that he has fun with it. And so those 3 guys come to mind when I think about the biggest personalities in the league.
Waiters passes to Dragic. Johnson right side. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And now it's a 10-point Miami lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And, you know, last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic, who was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for Miami.
Well, you love seeing the backcourt stay active and putting that speed and quickness to use on the glass. They've gotten a lot of rebounds and helping to do whatever they can for the win.
And Greg, with Dragic and his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
The Bulls have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. Last season, one thing this Bulls team did was attack the glass. We're used to seeing them rebound well on the defensive end. They also did great work, Chris, getting second chance points.
Yeah, you love the fight and attitude every player has in the paint. Everyone on this roster can go up and steal you an extra possession if you don't box them out.
Here's Johnson, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Stolen by Waiters. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And then Johnson with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
Bulls trail by 10 to the left side wing. Grant outside. Three-pointer, Pondexter. And the Bulls get it back. Markkanen dishes to Grant. Pondexter kicks to Grant. Here's Markkanen. And again, Chicago. No good. And here's the break. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. Nicky can't hit.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Pass to Grant. Shoots over Dragic. No good from Grant. Well, Heat leading by 10. On the wing, Johnson expanding his range. Here's Olynyk, and the layup is good. Olynyk's got 6 here in this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Markkanen, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Miami with the foul. He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big 3 era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Screen by Olynyk. Here's Johnson. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Johnson's got 8 points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Grant kicks to Markkanen. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket. And great credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
Bulls trail by 11. He dishes it to Lopez. Pass to Markkanen. Takes the 13-footer. That shot off. And Miami the other way now.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
And there it is for him. And that's 10 points for James Johnson.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Dragic with a wide open look. Connects from 3-point range. Dragic has got his second bucket of the night.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate. And that feed was phenomenal.
And here's the fast break. The floater and the layup by Waiters. He's got 5.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
It'll count. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Heat out front. They lead by 18. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Warren.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. That will conclude.
Welcome back. American Airlines Arena visible on the far right of your screen in that overhead shot of downtown Miami. Bulls trail by 18. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Mickey out there with Whiteside, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Dragic has gotten only 2 of his 8 attempts to fall from the floor.
Well, when the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg, they wanted him to revamp the offense. Hasn't exactly gone to plan as the Bulls have struggled on the offense under Hoiberg. However, the team has stayed competitive.
Waiters gets a wide open look. That's in coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Markkanen with it. 10 points for him. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
0 for 3 now since halftime. Taking them a little while to find their rhythm.
And there's the feed to Dragic. Back to Johnson. Over Pondexter. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And 12 points for James Johnson. The Bulls have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Markkanen. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, they look a step slow on offense out there. Can't seem to pull the lid off that basket so far in this first half.
There's Dragic with the three. The pass to Mickey. Johnson the screen. Dragic a screen on Lopez. Mickey kicks to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Whiteside a screen on Lopez. Mickey. And it's off from three-point range. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Chalk up 2 there.
Oh, that's a big basket right there after misfiring on their first 4 attempts of the game.
The Heat leading by 21. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? Both, when you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. Just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. And so, to me, the veteran presence is everything. Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie. I mean, I would have paid him to do that. So, it's really cool because just as much as they get on you, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother relationship.
Oh, that's good to hear. Winslow against Levine. Takes a 3. And Felicio is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. That's his first personal foul. It's deflected. Grant in the post. He's guarded by Johnson. Portis, the pass to Felicio. And here we go. Fast break. Ellington's got the ball. Doesn't go that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, they were the better team 1 year ago, but a lot can change from a season ago to the next. They have to make sure not to take anything for granted.
For 3, Levine drills the three-pointer. Levine's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Just an average shooter from range. Squares up nicely on that one.
Feeds to Whiteside. Releases from 15. And again, it's the Heat missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Back to Levine. Three-pointer. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 11 rebounds in the game. Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone the way he goes about defending the rim. It's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
Mirotic, the screen. The dish to Grant. Pass to Portis. 4 on the shot clock. And Mirotic kicks to Portis. Shoots over Winslow. Portis can't get it to go.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And here we go. Mirotic passes to Portis. Here's Mirotic. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Looking to end the drought. Shots good by Waiters. And the Heat lead by 20.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Miami's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Johnson can't hit. Bulls trail by 20. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Passes to Portis. Now here's Ellington. Now here's Waiters. 1 second left. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Miami ahead, delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
They're getting us out of stuff. Make hard come.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Heat leading by 22. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Levine is out there with Quincy Pondexter. And it's Mirotic in at the 3.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Dragic. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Mirotic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And that's 15 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Don't forget, he had a 3 in the first half. He can really hurt you from out there.
Olynyk against Lopez. Johnson kicks to Dragic. Johnson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Winslow with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Winslow's shot is off. Bulls trail by 21. Levine dishes to Markkanen. Launches it. Rebound by the Heat. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That's the first of 6 played on the road. Winslow kicks to Dragic. There's the pick. Dishes it to Johnson. Winslow wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Some very slack defending. Playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
Fires for 3. Bulls with a fresh shot clock. Lopez kicks to Pondexter. Lopez passes to Markkanen. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Oh, look, he's got to find better looks, or he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
In the corner, Winslow with it. Johnson outside. Johnson the screen. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. Drops in the tray.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Well, how about Kelly Olynyk? I mean, a 7-footer, more of a power forward than a center, but he can step out and shoot pretty light on his feet and can finish strong inside.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Jordan Mickey comes in for Justice Winslow. And Chicago also making a switch. Justin Holiday's checked in for Mirotic. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Chris, an interesting note about Olynyk. He's the rare player whose arm span is less than his height.
Yeah, that is rather weird, and I'm sure that impacts him as a shot blocker, but it doesn't affect his jump shot because he has a wet one and he can get to the cup whenever he needs to.
Lopez with the ball. He's picked up by Whiteside. Here's Markkanen. And the Bulls with another miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pondexter, no good.
I think a kick out is the better option there. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. Whiteside against Lopez. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wily, strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Tyler Johnson. Markkanen on the double team. Now here's Ellington, guarded by Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. Lopez with the block. And here is Markkanen. And you look at today's players, they have so many more ways to connect with their fans. But Chris, at times, do you think that creates added pressure for the players?
Every player has pressure. I don't know about added pressure, but I do think it's a different time with social media, and you can hear everyone's opinion. So I think that you need to focus more if you're an athlete, but I don't think it adds more pressure, because whether or not someone can type it or say it in your face or boo you at a game, you know, you're going to hear those words.
It's stolen by Johnson. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
And the Heat making a change here. Winslow's checked in. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Felicio's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Quincy Pondexter. David Waba's checked in for Levine. And it's Payne in for Justin Holiday. And Miami making a change here. Haslam's checked in.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Johnson.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Well, Chicago's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Lopez outside. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Waba passes to Payne. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Here's Valentine. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And it's Miami's ball. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Winslow with it. With some arc, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
And that one misses. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded closely, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside Dragic. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it.